Okay, so this video on this 350, 250 size bikes of swapping out this oil pump gear, it's a little bit more serious of a thing than I had kind of originally had thought. We're seeing a lot more of these fail, so it's a good idea to swap this out. I'll show you the part numbers for the one you need. The new one's in here. I do want the video that's coming up that I shot with Brad with a motor on the bench. We thought that would be a little bit easier because we had one there. But what he doesn't, when Brad's on the bench, he doesn't make it real clear that you need to put these two marks on, because this gear has to come off the end of the crankshaft. And you want to keep timing, so these two marks need to stay lined up. And the way you do that is you pull this bolt off, pull this thick washer out, and then this is a stop for the crankshaft. So then the crank, everything will stay timed right here. So when you pull this gear off and put it back on, it'll stay in timing. So this is critical. In the video that's following here that we shot first, it doesn't really make that really clear that you need to lock up this motor, because he had it on the bench and it was real easy for him to do it. We're doing one in my shop now, and with just the bike on the side, which is probably the way most people are going to swap this out. So this gives you a little idea of keeping this thing on top dead center here, and this timing mark is crucial to the rest of this step. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the KTM 350, 250, and 250, 350 engines. Their oil pump idler gear, just like this, has been updated. It's kind of a little bit of a secret in all the four-strokes, 16 to 18, these bikes. This gear is plastic, and since I have an engine here that we're putting back together, it's all back together right now, and we just kind of found out about this through some little secret ways. I got the new gear. It's been updated to this part number, and it's a little bit different material. We're going to show you how to swap this out in your engine. You could do it on the bike, and we could show you right here on this engine. It'll be a little easier since it's not back in the frame yet. Okay, so Brad's got everything off here. Got the clutch basket off. The gear on the end of the crankshaft, he actually had Loctite on there, like to keep him secure. So that's what was a little, he had to heat it up to get it off. And now we're going to pull the gear off. Got a little washer behind the little clip.
There's two washers. There'll be another one behind it.
Well, let's leave that one there.
So, I know, I'm showing you.
Oh, okay. So now he's getting mad at me for being a smart aleck. So we're going to leave this washer here, and we're going to compare this plastic gear to the new one. We'll get a photo of those right now. So you can see the old gear has 000 at the end of the number, and the new one will have 100 at the end of the part number. So here's the new part number right here, 00100, and the old one like this. The old one, you can see, I don't know if you can really tell in here, but right in here is where it starts to break. This is one that just came out of the motor that we didn't realize this was a problem spot. This is where they will start to break on these individual teeth on the drive side. So that's it. You want to switch to here. So when this little simple plastic gear fails, breaks, it can mess up the entire oil pump, and then your motor's not getting oil. So it'll usually start to seize up the top end of the cams first, and so it can be catastrophic failure. And so that's something you really want to watch for, is replacing this out. Okay, so we've got the new one on, and the new one is more of a fiber type material than the plastic one that does break down, and that's the problem. And the gear's it's under $30, so it's not a big deal. So now we're just going to put it back together the same way we took it off. Hey, so while we're putting this thing back together, we're going to add a Blaze Racing, makes a clutch weight. Just like so. And what this does is, like, you heard of people adding a flywheel weight. Well, on trail bikes, like what this XCF engine is going to be for us, and even some motorbikes, it gives a nice, smoother power right off the bottom, not as much of a hit, and a little less likely to stall or flame out, as people like to call it. So this weight, I'm not even positive what it weighs. I'll come back to you on that. But we're going to install this thing right now. On the KTMs, there's a 1, 2, 3 setting on here that a lot of people don't realize. You get little marks. 2 is usually the best setting. It's usually the standard 1. And so that's what we're going to set it up at. We're going to put it on right now and just add this to it while we're putting this together. Now, if you were doing this on your own bike, adding this weight, you wouldn't need to take this big cover off. We only have it off because we were checking that gear and switching out that oil pump gear. You could just take out just the inspection cover, lay your bike on its side, and do it right there. But since we have it right here, we'll do it this way right now. Okay, so now it's bolted up. His little gun does it, 8 foot-pounds all the way around. They don't give us a spec to tighten those, and you have to run these bolts because the stock bolts have a tiny bit taller head, and so they're afraid of it hitting the clutch cover. Now with our Hinson cover on, we might be able to get away with these bolts. Someday I might try that to see if I can run the stock bolts, but these bolts, we've run these in other bikes and they've held up just fine. So theirs are a little shallower. I think that's what they're worried about. So that's something there. It is 7 ounces, which is the weight that you're adding to the inertia of the bike, and that's all you got to do to bolt that up. Pretty simple deal.